Hi, Stacey here with Lyme AZ. So this is the second time I'm having to do this video. First one turned out to be like 20 minutes long. Now I don't want to do it, and I promised to do update videos. My jaw is locked. Hang on. There we go. Now I can talk without looking like I'm talking like this. Um, so I really don't want to do this video. Update week 11, 204 stings. Lots of progress. I'm very excited about the progress that I've had this week. It's all minor progress, but it is progress, and it is going in the right direction. My arms and hands seem to be doing the best so far. My guess to that is because it's smaller muscle area, and just a smaller area in general, which means faster progress. My hands can now lay flat. I think I mentioned that in a previous video. And I can intertwine my fingers without trouble. I can use my fingers to scratch my head without causing any pain at all to my fingers. I used to have to use my thumb and just kind of jab at my head where it itched. But now I can actually use my fingers and it not hurt at all. Let's see, I can make a O shape with my left hand, which I can't show you because it's my left hand that's holding the phone. But instead of having my fingers have to stay like this is as far as I can curl my fingers on the right hand. I can actually curl my fingers on my left hand enough so that I can make an O shape. So that's huge. I can pick up things with my hands a lot easier, even if it's got a little bit of weight to it. Like I can grab a cup, a normal size cup from my stand, now even with my right hand, and I can hold books. So all of this is pretty quick progress. I really upped the amount of protein that I am eating. I was vegetarian for a very long time. I now eat only chicken and turkey, and I'm so glad that I listened to the prompting of God to stop being a vegetarian about 6 years ago. It wasn't long after I came to faith. Had no idea why. I could only speculate. I was thinking that maybe he was going to be sending me all over the world and I would need to be able to eat meat or something. Nope. It's because it's critical to Lyme disease, or at least bee venom therapy. I think Lyme disease probably in general too. The protein that I upped in the last week or so, I now eat mostly protein. And I've seen huge gains for the amount of strength in my arms compared to 2 weeks ago. I'm a person that really can go without eating hardly any protein throughout the day. And definitely no necessarily like meat. Like I can easily go a month not eating meat and be like, hey, I haven't had chicken in a while. It's not something that's at the forefront of my thoughts that I have to have meat. I have to have the protein. And so I frequently just eat fruit or veggies, or lately I haven't been eating too much rice or pasta anyway, because it's been kind of messing with my stomach. But really, protein has not been a big deal for me. And I, on a regular basis, don't get what you would consider your maintenance level amount of protein. And so I think probably at this point, the amount of protein I'm eating is probably closer to what would be considered a maintenance level on a daily basis, where for me, it's like my whole diet consists of meat at this point. But it's making such a big difference that I've decided to start eating beef. With the chicken, when I started eating it, it had to be covered up, and it had to be buried in things for me to work up to eating pieces of chicken like I do now. So we're going to have to do something similar with the beef. I have decided that my body is responding so well to the protein, and that since we've only got a couple of ways that we've been cooking it, that I probably should have another protein that I can lean on to start eating. So I'm gonna start eating beef probably beginning today in a covered up pasta dish until I get used to it with a small amount of beef. So baby steps. That's what worked well for me with the chicken, and now I don't have an issue eating chicken. Well, I can't say I don't have an issue at all. I mean, I still don't do skin, and I don't do veins, and I don't do bones. I get to any of that stuff, and I'm like, well, I can't handle it. So, I'm sure there will be similar things as far as beef is concerned that I'm like, I just can't handle. I was telling my mom and my husband today, I'm like, if we use hamburger, it needs to be a good hamburger. I've seen like white pieces of something in hamburger before and couldn't stand it. And they're like, oh yeah, that's the gristle. I'm like, it's got a name? I had no idea. I had no idea that this white stuff that you find in hamburger has a name. And it's like apparently tendons. Ooh, nope, can't handle that. It just needs to be the straight up meat. So I am looking forward to changing up my diet a little bit and getting even more protein. One of the big reasons I was choosing to move to beef is that there's not much creatine in chicken and turkey. And I am feeling like I need to definitely have creatine in my diet. And I don't think I can handle a creatine supplement. So, I want to start building my muscles back and repairing them as quickly as I can. And I really think protein and creatine is going to help a great deal with that. I'm basically starting at ground zero with not really much muscle. I mean, I can move my arms and legs, but many times it's much struggle. And to do anything else, to try to grab it and hold on to anything else. I used to not be able to hardly do that at all. So I'm now building quickly to being able to do that. So I want to give my body the best opportunity possible to continue in that direction. We hope to get a TENS unit here in the next couple of weeks so that I can start working muscle areas that maybe I can't really exercise yet because of my knees. As well as loosen up areas that are stuck. Like my left arm is having trouble with mobility. I mean, I can move the arm, but it feels like it's stuck in the position that it's in. So I definitely want to start working on that. Have a new grandbaby. That was really big for this week. That's a huge update. He's so sweet. And it reminds me so much of my oldest. I was young when I had her, and I thought I was in love, but I didn't really understand what love was. However, I can tell you, I figured it out pretty quickly when I had her. And she was so dark. She had such dark hair and dark skin and dark hair on her body, and she definitely had the Mexican genes when she was born. Well, since then, all babies in the family have been white. And we're talking like white, my 3 younger kids were all blonde-haired, blue-eyed, white-skinned babies. Her first baby was blonde-haired, blue-eyed, white-skinned baby. And so now we have this baby that is just this stark contrast to the rest of what the babies have been over the last 20 years. And, I would say not 20 years. So the oldest of the younger kids is 11. So almost 11. So over the last 11 years. And, so it's kind of odd having this darker baby because we're so used to seeing the blonde babies. But for me, and it's odd for everybody else. For me, it's very reminiscent. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I am absolutely in love. My first baby looked like this baby. And my first love looked like this baby. And so it's like, my heart melts every time I see him. With as much as what's going on in the world with race and junk about, one race being better than another and stuff like that. And it's such a bunch of bull, all of the children, doesn't matter what race they are special. And they grow up to be special adults, but for our family, it's very unique having this Dorker baby. So we are very excited about it, and I am so thankful to have a reminder about my first baby and the way that I felt when she was a newborn. I don't know. It's just very interesting dynamic in my head. All right, moving along. The other thing I wanted to talk about was Savvy Minerals. So Young Living, as I mentioned in one of my earliest videos, I ended up becoming a rep for, but not really pursuing being a rep. I am part of the rewards program, and I get make a small purchase each month, which gets me free oils and some credits and stuff like that through the program. I do believe strongly in using oils, but I don't feel confident in understanding them enough to be able to pursue it as a business to sell to other people. So, however, Savvy Minerals is their new makeup line, and I am super excited to have this makeup line to be able to take advantage of what apparently is the girly side of me coming out since the Lyme began. I want to be pampered. I do. I want to be pampered. My body has been through a lot. My brain has been through a lot. I have been through a lot. My whole family has been through a lot. But for me, I'm feeling very most of the time, not only do I not feel feminine, but a good portion of the time I don't even feel human. I mean, I have very hard situations where I feel dehumanized, this is ridiculous. I'm 38 years old and I can't do XYZ that, you're used to seeing in the elderly or the babies. And it's just it makes you feel pretty down in the dumps a good portion of the time. And so I've decided, that I'm going to pamper myself when I start being able to function a little bit better. One of the ways I wanted to do that was start wearing makeup on a more regular basis. I've never been much of a makeup person, but I'm really looking forward to it. And Savvy Minerals is a all-natural, toxic-free, gluten-free, vegan-friendly type of makeup, which is rare, and I didn't want to add more toxins to my body. In fact, I had posted to my Facebook page 3 or 4 months, maybe 5 months ago, asking about makeup that was non-toxic and would be something that I could use for me when I'm starting to feel better. Well, I had found out about a line, but it was too expensive, and I just hadn't pursued it. Well, then comes Young Living, and they start up this new line that is exactly what I'm looking for. And so I decided to start purchasing 1 or 2 pieces each month so that I can start a collection to get my makeup going for when I'm feeling better. And then the more I've learned about it, though, the more I may actually go ahead and pursue it as a business, selling Young Living makeup and skincare products. And so that's the other thing is I'm learning. I have never done a skincare routine or a beauty routine. I've just been that girl that, you're lucky if she brushes her hair on the way out the door. But I really, really want to pamper myself, and I want to take care of my skin, especially now that I feel like my body has gone through so much. I want my skin pampered, and so I'm looking into how to take care of my skin on my face, and so that's included too. So I might I might actually pursue this as like a party situation once a week. I might offer to do parties to drum up some business for the savvy minerals and beauty side of Young Living. Not that I won't sell the oils, just that I don't think that will be the main focus of what I do. So I'm excited about the prospect of doing that. A little just to help start bringing in an income. And I really loved the lipstick that I got. So very excited. Let's see. Is that it? I think that's it. This is almost as long as the one that I did earlier. Anyways, that's about it. I hope you have a blessed Sunday. I took a nap earlier and then woke up to my video not being uploaded and something being wrong with it. So, hopefully this one goes, because if it doesn't, I don't know that I'm doing an update this week. So, have a wonderful day. Bye.